Welcome to this episode of Pulse. We're coming live from Largs, the Viking town. During lockdown, there has been 14,000 abortions in Scotland. So that was like, it's past year, 38 a day. Would that number, do you think that's high or low? What do you think? We hear 38 abortions a day in Scotland.
The whole UK?
No. So that's just in Scotland. And in England and Wales, there was 573 a day.
Oh. I think I'm not that surprised. I think it's quite high, but not as high as I would have thought.
Yeah.
So.
And there was 573 a day in England and Wales. That number surprised you?
Yeah, that's a pretty big number.
High.
Yeah.
Do you think it's high or low? What's that number?
I think it's high.
High, yeah, okay. And also in the England and Wales, there was 573 a day. So that they're counted separately. Do you think that's high or low?
I think it's high.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a lot of people in.
Yeah.
So that's like not really.
So that's not that much.
I mean,
Quite high, but like
they can do what they want.
It's like up
Like-
to them, I guess.
And the abortion law in this country, would you have an idea of what it is at the moment, the abortion law right now?
No.
Up to how many weeks? What do you think? So you're pregnant 40 weeks. How many weeks do you think abortion would happen?
25.
25?
30.
Yeah?
I would
Probably
say
like 20.
Yeah, you're actually, I think you said 24. 24 and 25, yeah, so 24 weeks, you can have an abortion up to 24 weeks for any reason. So that's 6 months of pregnancy. But you can also have an abortion up to 40 weeks, up to the day before you give birth, if the unborn human is deemed to have a disability. So does that surprise you, that law?
Kind of.
Yeah, so because if you're normal, 24 weeks. If you have a disability, 40 weeks. Because when I heard that,
sound that fair, to be honest.
And does that surprise you, or what do you think?
I was surprised. I wouldn't have thought you could have gone beyond 20.
it's a lot to take in.
How many weeks can you have an abortion?
Is it maybe like 6 or 8 weeks?
Okay, yeah. What do you want to go higher or lower than that?
No, I think, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, and also, do you know how many weeks is a woman pregnant?
Well,
Like 9 months.
9 months, but
9 months.
how many weeks?
So how many weeks?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, okay, so it's like it's actually 40 weeks, because when I was asked that, I said 9 by 4 is 36. We're actually pregnant for 40 weeks. So the current law in Scotland is you can have an abortion up to 24 weeks for any reason. Okay, just because. But you can also, that's 6 months of pregnancy, you can also have an abortion up to 40 weeks, right up the day before you're meant to be born, if the unborn is deemed to have a disability. Now, do you think does that surprise you, or what is that? Does that sound like a just law or unjust law?
It's a bit surprising. I feel like you shouldn't abort a baby just because it might have a disability, but at the same time, I think it's still the woman's choice to abort if they want to.
Yeah. But again, it's like if you're considered normal, 24 weeks. If you have a disability, 40 weeks. So when you think of it that way, what do you think?
It's still a bit wrong that you can do it just because they might have a disability.
Yeah, it's a just law. Like, if you're considered normal, it's 24 weeks. If you're considered to have some disability, it's 40 weeks. Do you think that's just or unjust?
Oh, I think it's unjust.
Yeah. I think that's a just law or an unjust law.
That's
Well,
kind of unjust.
I don't know.
Why should somebody who has like a disability suffer? Because it's like kind of discriminating kind of type thing. Because like just because they have a disability doesn't mean that they shouldn't be on the planet.
So a girl can take the RU486 drug up to 10 weeks of pregnancy at home now on her own without seeing a doctor or a nurse. So that's what the abortion law has changed during the pandemic. Do you think would that raise any concerns for you? Say a girl, say at home
I think
on her
it
own.
would be terrible.
And also, what they've changed is up to 10 weeks. You can have an abortion at home now. Is
that right?
Yeah, so you can take 2 pills.
I
know. People didn't know this. See, that's
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that.
And that's how you're on the street, because like people are like, what? They're just a bit kind of shocked.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Would you think that's safe having an abortion at home, say without a medical person available available to you. Would you think that's a safe thing, or?
I mean, not as safe as going to a hospital or something.
Yeah, it's not that safe, but you can still do it. But I think it's better with like medical advice and medical help.
If something goes wrong, like it'll be harder for doctors to come. So yeah.
You know what? And this is because like where we are now in Largs, because people say people living on islands or in the countryside, they don't have ready access. They can't just hop on the bus down to the clinic or whatever. But like if something happens at home, well then, how long does it take to get that medical intervention? That's a very good point.
Well, probably but it's everything else that's going on with this pandemic at the moment. You know, it's trying to manage the kind of circumstances around everything just now, and even just trying to get a normal face-to-face doctor's appointment.
I know.
It's just not doable, you know. And it is. I think there's going to be a fallout after the pandemic, but I think that's only to be expected.
Would you like your, say, sister or daughter in that circumstance on her own, you know, taking those pills?
Probably not.
No, probably not. No.
Do you think they should still be getting abortion pills at home, or should it go back to the normal way, to the old way they did it, or the before lockdown, where they had to see a doctor or a nurse?
I don't know. I think whatever works.
I think
like
obviously I think there should be like someone present that can be there to make sure like everything is normal and that there will be no complications after you do it.
And not doing this on your own. What do you think?
I feel like maybe you should see a doctor, but at the end of the day, like, don't take their opinion, but like if you want to do it, still go ahead and do it.
Yeah, like more safety there as well.
It would be more accepted and more normal when it's not really something that you want to be more accepted. It's not you want them to have responsibility for what they're doing.
And that's be on their own as well. If there can be complications, you know, bleeding and whatever.
No one should be discriminated for having abortions. Like I don't know.
And see, and this is a big one as well. Is like say on that, like say, you know, we never be judgmental towards someone who's had an abortion, and anyone who's might be watching this at home. If you've ever been affected by an abortion, you can also call ARCH, Abortion Recovery Care Helpline, a fantastic charity that I know.
Well, personally, I think you should see a nurse or a doctor, and you should have some sort of scan to confirm.
I think society in the whole need to look at themselves. Not just girls being pregnant or whatever.
Yeah, standard of care.
Not even that. To look to themselves. This isn't just a thing that's come up now. It's years gone back. It's society in itself that needs to look at everything.
That's ridiculous.
You know,
I'm not kidding. I can't believe that.
I know, like, and that's why we said we pop down to Largs today and just get, you know, because like people just don't. It's not there on the news.
I can't understand that either. I mean, I've been travelling the world and never known anything about that.
Okay, so that's a wrap here from Largs. What an amazing day we've had in this sunshine resort on the coast of Scotland. And as you can see from all those people we've spoken to, that there is no demand for this current provision of abortion medication being sent home, that this should not continue and it should cease. But now on to the next town, to the next episode, and let's go on and speak life.